Welcome to Q&A practice. We'll start out with the plaintiff attorney. Ready? Here we go. Good afternoon, Ms. Andrews. Hello. How are you doing? I'm all right. You a little nervous? A little, a lot. Okay. If you ever need to take a break or anything like that, you can just tell the judge or defense counsel over here or myself. Okay. All right, Ms. Andrews, you're in custody? Yes, sir. Okay. For what? For a couple things. For stuff I did. All right. I want to talk about those things first. Okay. On 3/12 of 2008, did you suffer a conviction of robbery? Yes, I did. Okay. With a firearm? Yes, I did. Okay. In 2008, did you suffer the conviction of petty theft with a felony? Yes, I did. On 6/12 of 2010, did you get convicted of a felony of attempted grand theft? Yes, I did. In 2008, were you convicted of car theft, stealing someone's car? Yes, I was. Have anything to do with why you're here? No. Where were you born? Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. South Carolina, yes. Okay. Your parents, they live in Arizona? Yes, they live in Phoenix. Okay. How did you end up in Westdale? I left my son's father 5 years ago, almost, and I moved in with my family. My mother and father was living here in Westdale? Yes, sir. All right. And when you moved to Westdale, get involved with drugs? I did. Okay. What kind of drugs? Crack cocaine. How would you describe your demeanor or yourself when you were on crack cocaine? I wasn't myself. What do you mean? I just wasn't me. I was not the person I am now. All right. Drugs took a hold of my life. Okay. Had me do things I usually wouldn't do. All right. Let me ask you, in 2010, were you using drugs? Yes, sir. Okay. What kind of drugs? Crack cocaine. And what would crack cocaine do to you? Everything you can imagine. What's that? Everything you can imagine. I mean anything and everything. To get it, you do. Okay. What effects would it have on you? Like, do you understand? What kind of symptoms? Would you be happy? Would you be sad? would be hyper? Would you be slower? I don't really understand the question. You mean like, okay, I would just be wanting. I wouldn't be me, I mean. All right, my question is this. You ever seen someone on meth where they act all fidgety and stuff like that? Uh-huh. Yes, yes. That's like a symptom, right? My question is, what kind of symptoms would you have when you were on crack cocaine? I would shake a little, you know. I'd sweat. I'd want more. It's all different kind of effects. I mean, at first it's a real good high. After it goes away, you're like wanting more. You're wanting to chase it and get more dope so you can feel that first effect again. All right, let me ask you something. Did you know any police officers back in 2010? Yes, I have. Okay. Yes, do you see any officers in the courtroom that you recognize from 2010? Yes, I do. Okay, and who? Officer Lane, right there. Okay, I have to ask you for the court. I need to ask you, can you describe where he's sitting and maybe where something he's wearing? He's sitting in the middle of these 3 seats. He's wearing a black suit and a gray watch. Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness identified the defendant? Yes. When did you first meet him? The very first time? Do you remember? I don't remember the exact time, but it was it around 2010? Yes, sir, it was. Okay. Where were you when you first met him? I was somewhere on Main Street. Is that where you hung out? That's where, yes, I hung out. Along with the convictions that we talked about and the drugs, did you ever get caught in a sting for prostitution? Yes, I did. Something you're proud about? It's something I'm really embarrassed about. Okay, why? It's just embarrassing. I think we had a few challenging words. We had prostitution, embarrassed, Yes, I think just right towards the end there. Otherwise, we had crack cocaine, meth, oh, fidgety, fidgety. All right, we will stop there, and that will conclude our Q&A practice.